Everybody got quiet all of a sudden so quickly. Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this, our August month that we are going to be talking about wholeness. And this morning we're going to kick off with our wonderful musicians, Michael and Tianan, 20 Love. Thank you.
You are welcome here. 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 Arms are wide open. There's room for everyone. Wherever you're going, wherever you're from, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 Whatever you've been through, you found us somehow. Wherever you are on your journey to now, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 I am 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 welcome here. We are 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 welcome here.
So beautiful. You guys have that wonderful sound. And I think, do I need a button? Can you all hear me? Yeah, okay. And so that was good. So let's repeat after me. This is my day. And it is beautiful. So, okay, let's one more time like you mean it this time. This is my day and it is beautiful. Yes, great. Well, good morning. I'm Reverend Tamara Rossander. I'm the spiritual director here for anybody that's new. So thank you for joining us on this August long weekend. And welcome to all our people in on Zoom. We have Catherine taking care of you as one of our practitioners there. She is holding loving space for you as always. And if you are new, Sandy, are you giving out the welcome packages today? Sandy has a welcome package for you, so make sure you see Sandy or come and say hello to me and make sure that you get one. But as we do every Sunday morning, we take a moment to pause. And we pause and we reflect about the land that we're gathering on here today, the unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples. That includes Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwantlen nations. And we give thanks for the care of the lands and the waters. And we hold this not as a formality, but we hold it as a promise to listen, to learn, and to walk in right relationship with all of life. And we also give thanks to all the people who care and love the land that we're on now as well, the new caretakers. So we say thank you, thank you, thank you. So here at CSL White Rock, we are an open and affirming community, and we hope to do things a little bit differently where you can laugh, be real, but we're also about spiritual learning and growth. And this is always a place that hopefully you can have a laugh and meet your community. So we are rooted in the teaching of the science of mind. It is a spiritual philosophy that honors all the wisdoms found in all faith traditions. And we believe that you are an architect of your own life, and that it's never too late to know true happiness, and that each one of us is a unique expression of that divine, of that one mind. And our work here is just simply to awaken to that truth. So wherever you are on the spiritual journey, whether you're beginning, finding your way back, or going deeper than before, you are welcome here. So, but before we go on to the next thing, on to our announcements, it's the beginning of the month, and it's August. You can't hear? I know, I didn't think I was on. I am on? Maybe it's just this. Maybe it's my mic. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear myself. Okay. Is that better, Ray? Yeah. Excellent. Well, you guys have all heard what I just said before anyway, so it's all good. But now it's important that you hear this next part because it's August. And who has a birthday in August? Who's a Leo? Oh, we have one. And our other Leo birthday, Jill's not here. But we have something for you. Okay, ready? Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear yours, baby Susan Jill. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Here's a little message for you today. Thank you. Yay. Thanks, everyone. So now I'm going to invite our dear spiritual practitioner, Georgia, up to do announcements. You might need that lower, I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Tamara. Oh, her and I got the same message about clothing and color today. Yeah. It's delightful to be here today, and thank you for joining us. And the announcements are there's meditation with Tamara on Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. So if you're alive and kicking around, just zoom in with us, and you can have a lovely meditation with Tamara. And every Sunday here at 10 a.m. in person before our service starts, they run a wonderful meditation right at 10. So if you're here and you want to get that calmness before the day begins, join them over there and you'll have a lovely time. And it's on Zoom. Oh, right. Thank you, Tamara. So coffee and conversation with Rev Tamara on August 6th is canceled, but it will resume Tuesday, August 20th. It's Thursday. Sir, I'm not, it does say Thursday. Yeah, I was reading Tuesday. Thanks, Tamara. I'm glad. See, she's reading my mind. Thursday, August 20th at 2 p.m. at Ben's Coffee on 152nd and King George. And next Sunday, join us for conversation with the Pracs. So right after we're done, there's a nice conversation. And those are a great time to ask hard questions, even if we can't answer them. No, we can. And have that deeper conversation and whatever's coming up for you. And they're always such rich conversations. We have a great turnout. So do join us afterwards next Sunday. And our practitioner training's starting up again. So it's year 2. So all of you wonderful people who are already involved, we're so excited. We're going to have all these pracs running around to be there for our community. And it's our year 2 starting in the fall. So sign up for this certification. And our annual picnic is the 23rd. So be ready, bring your chairs, bring your goodies, and we're going to join for food and fun and games. And it's a new location this year. We're going to be right at Crescent Park on 132nd Street in Surrey. And there's full access to the picnic areas right off 129th Street. We'll give you more information, but mark your calendar, August 23rd, and Rhonda will announce the full details next Sunday. I think so, yep. And Prac Live is going to offer a new course starting in September 3rd. And it's an experiential course exploring on how we transform the way we think, communicate, and respond to life's everyday challenges. and take greater responsibility for our experience and cultivate more authentic relationships with ourselves. It's inspired by Science of Mind and supported by the 15 commitments of conscious leadership. So she's doing kind of like a combo deal. It sounds terrific. So it's $120. That's like 3 trips to Starbucks, right? Yeah, okay. So not too bad. That's a great price. So yeah, do register online. And our fundraising still goes on with your bottles and cans to return it to the Express Depot. Bottle is a viable plastic bag. Use our designated phone number or print out a CSL White Rock label on the bag. So you could do that and contact admin at CSL White Rock for the phone number. And all the proceeds come to us. And Nature Fair receipts, we're still collecting those as well. So that's it for today. I'd love to invite Diane up for meditation.
That's me. It's bothering me. All right, everybody. Good morning. So I'm going to read a few lines today from Paul Ferrini book, which you probably heard before, but when I opened it this morning, it was like, it's the thing to read here. The Miracle of Self. Are we okay with this? Thank you. So you know what to do. Apparently, when you close your eyes, it gives the message to your mind to be quiet and go within. And to be aware of your breath. Because that's the breath of love and life. Connection with the divine, it's right there. Present all the time. The miracle of self. The greatest miracle you will ever experience does not lie outside of you. It lies within. That miracle is your very existence. That you exist at all is a testimony of God's love. When you are in touch with God's love for you, everything that happens in your life is miraculous. All you see are extraordinary opportunities to love, to learn, to create, and to be fully present in your life. When you are not in touch with God's love for you, everything that happens in your life seems not to be good enough. You find fault with yourself, with others, and with your experience. Your relationship to yourself and your Creator determines the quality of your life. Your relationship to yourself and your Creator determines the quality of your life. When you feel worthy of God's love, you talk to God, you confide in her, and are grateful for your life. When you feel that you are just a random, purposeless creation, you have no one to talk to. You lead an isolated, aimless life. You do not know why you are here. Purpose in life comes from the connection to the divine. It comes from the self-affirmation, I matter. There is something here I am meant to do, and God has a plan for me. Miracle consciousness depends on our ability to feel or intuit the presence of God in our life. And the ability to intuit God's presence depends on our willingness to trust ourselves, to trust others, and to trust our life as it unfolds. And trusting means to make room in our mind and in our heart for divine guidance to step in. It's like moving few steps backward and wait and see and know that divine guidance is right there, guiding us with what to do, not to do, and what to let go of, and what to embrace more of. So we welcome those moments of connection with God. It happens. It's there. Our heart is filled with love and gratitude for knowing this truth. The only truth that never change. So this moment here of inviting you to come back in the room, bring a smile on your face. Keep your heart open. Namaste, everybody. Inviting Michael and Tiana.
How's everybody doing? Good? Good, awesome. We have a few new songs for you today that we've been working on. This one we wrote kind of out in nature a lot. We wrote it in like segments. Some of it we wrote like outside on my patio when it was like raining, and then I wrote a portion of the lyrics when we went on a hike one time and we were just sitting by the water, and I think those moments are really nice to kind of step back and feel like the peace and love. It is a love song. So yeah, it kind of just celebrates kind of connection and love with people, and I think I'm quite proud of this one. I think it turned out good. Yeah. So it's called Rain, but there's no reference to rain. I walk up to you, I can feel the room move. Every time feels like the first. Got a wrinkle in my chest, the night that I won't rest, drowning the flowers that thirst. I got you, whether I want to or not. Nothing will ever be the same. And I walk all my days with a full glass of water. Time is frozen in the rain, in the rain. I got thoughts on the pavement and a coffee in my hand. Talk about your choice of band. There's a smoky hue that covers the mountains. I'll count these days till the end. Sitting on the rocks as the rapids go by. Break out the thoughts and watch the sky. Speak not a word, listen as the waves start to cry. Just sit with me in the sun, 'cause I got you, whether I want to or not. Nothing will ever be the same. And I walk all my days with a full glass of water. Time is frozen in the rain, in the rain. Da 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 da
Love that.
Thank you.
It's such a beautiful song. One day we're going to see you guys, I know, on Canada's Got Talent, and you're going to win everything. So $1 million and a recordings, what do they call it? Contract. Thank you. Thank you. So I've been thinking a lot about this year, and I cannot believe that it's already August. We're in month 8. And this year, the global theme has been open at the top. So what I've been thinking about on this journey that we've been together, month after month, theme after theme, all pointing in that same direction. And, you know, I'm inviting you to take a look right now, maybe take a look back, and ask yourself, have you been open at the top? Don't have to show me your hands or anything like that. There's no judgment here. But it's that theme about, are we open at the top? Are we willing to look at things outside of the way they've always been done? And to be open to new ideas and new thoughts. So just take a moment and think about that. And just keep that in your mind for later on in the talk. And if you have a phone or if you have a piece of paper, doing the old-fashioned, maybe even just write it down so that you can think about it throughout this month of August. Because this month we're talking about whole no matter what. And, you know, there's things that I always need to remember about, take that moment to reflect on. And if you've spent more than 10 minutes with this community, you know, you've already been probably told that you are whole, you are perfect, and you are complete. Not someday, but now. And I know sometimes that's hard to hear, because I don't know about you, but I have that little voice in the back of my head that goes, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I have this, I have that. But the thing is, it's knowing that truth of ourselves and remembering it. And that's what this community does. We remind each other that we are all whole, perfect, and complete exactly as we are. So our teaching is based on Ernest Holmes, and he was a wonderful man from what I've heard. I didn't meet him. He died just before I was 1. So no chance of that. But what surprised me, I've just learned recently about him, that he was actually very short in stature. He was only about 5'4", but he had a heart bigger than any of us that I think we can imagine. And in one of his last talks, there is a place in California called Asilomar. And it is a wonderful convention center that Centers for Spiritual Living has done what they call SOARs there for years. Georgia, Jill and I had the pleasure of going a few years ago, and next year is going to be the anniversary of SOAR. Because next year is, Science of Mind has been around for 100 years, people. 100 years. It's our centennial. If you're following the magazine at all, it's doing a countdown to when we first started. So it's really something wonderful. But in one of his last talks, it was called The Sermon by the Sea. And, you know, I can imagine looking at the room and saying something like this. I'm paraphrasing. Give me one person who has stopped fighting themselves. One person who no longer calls any part of who they are bad or broken. One person willing to love the tender, the fierce, and the confused parts of themselves. To love all of it, not just the parts that they're proud of. And that's what we're doing here this month. Not becoming someone new, but looking and loving all of who we already are. Even having more than one voice in your head doesn't mean that anything is broken. It's just being human. One part says, go for it. Another part will say, slow down, wait. What do you think you're doing? That's just not dysfunction. That's just a regular Tuesday, people, right? It's just a regular Tuesday. So a few years back, I have an accountability partner. Her and we've been accountability partners for, oh gosh, I think about 16 years now. And we decided to dig into a book called Chasing the Light Side of the Dark Chasers, or Dark Side of the Light Chasers by Debbie Ford. It's about shadow work, basically, was what it was. So we thought we were going to flip through this book. And each month we would meet and do that. And anyways, it ended up being a whole 16-month journey of this book. But one of the teachings, the parts that she did, is a practice that she talked about is naming your shadows. And she said, imagine you're riding on a bus and you have all your shadows there with you, all those different parts of you. Not to shame them, but just to finally acknowledge who's on board with you. And, you know, I found a few of the passengers I wasn't so proud to meet, and I won't give you my whole long roster list, but I will talk to you about one that got really loud this last week. And that was my judgy Judy. And if your name is Judy, please do not take offense. It is just a J and another J name. And then there's also the TV show, Judge Judy. How can you not go wrong from that, right? So, you know, she'd been quiet for a while. But then she started climbing up onto the front seat of the bus this last week, more than I liked. Especially because, some of you know, I was just away for a week on a boat trip. And so there's 8 of us in small quarters. And so you can imagine things, you know, are going to happen. We're all different personalities, all, you know, very strong personalities, I thought. But so 8 of us, small space. And one morning I'm making coffee, and you know, I like everybody to get their fair share. So I have all the coffee cups lined up and I'm pouring. I don't know, it comes back from when I was a kid. I always used to do that with my brother, make sure everything was fair. And then one of the other people gets really snarky and is like, I need more coffee than that. And I was like, whoa. And that whole piece of me started to judge her. Like, who does she think she is? Why should she get more than anybody else? You know, there was all those things, and I could feel it in my body. And, you know, I felt it rise right up, and she showed up, that Judge Judy showed up so quickly. But then, behind her came another good friend of mine, people-pleasing Polly. Right? The one who doesn't fight back, the one who goes quiet. And I could feel myself start to shrink a little and to get small with this person for the rest of the day. And, you know, I realized that's not who I want to be. I don't want to be that person shrinking in the background. You know, and I didn't fix it in the moment. I just continued pouring the coffee and let it go. But you know, I did do some work later on that day. They all went for a hike and I went into meditation. Is because I had to let it surface what was bubbling underneath that. So as I was doing that later on that day, in my meditation, I asked my judgy Judy, I said, so what is it? What are you actually afraid of? And what came back surprised me, but didn't surprise me. She said, I'm afraid of not being liked. Not being liked. Right? That piece of me that wants to be liked and be part of the group, as my nickname has been FOMO for quite some time, the fear of missing out. So I want to be included. I want to belong. So that was what was underneath. And once I saw that, I understood that my need to be liked was actually getting in the way of my connection. Because I was playing down myself rather than going to her and saying, hey, that was a little bit uncalled for. And she probably would have said, yeah, you're right. Let's move on. But instead, I internalized it rather than speaking up about it. So that is the piece where it's learning about speaking up about things, about being my authentic self rather than reverting back to that old story, right? Because in the room at home, when that critical voice came out, it was time to go to your bedroom. It was time to kind of hide out till things placated at home, and then you could come out. So it was an old story. So I was able to work through that and realize, okay. And the rest of the trip was great. We got along, everything was fine. And I mean, but it did take a bit of work on my part. And the thing with Ernest Holmes says, he says, our word does not restore wholeness, it reveals it. We are not broken and in need of fixing. We are whole already, and some of our parts just haven't been asked what they need yet. So that was me asking Judge Judy, what do you need? And she needed to feel safe. She needed to feel loved. And so I was able to talk her through that. And, you know, we can't just always just think positive about the parts we don't like. Because, you know, I don't know, I love affirmations. They work great. But, you know, sometimes they take a little longer than I'd like them to take to fit in. But it is realizing that what I focus on expands. So if I focus on the negative of things, then that is what's going to show up in my life. That life is going to mirror back to me those negative things. Look at, you know, people don't like you, or this is going to go wrong, or that's going to go wrong. So, but when I focus in on those affirmations, even though things take a little bit of time, that is when that starts to repeat back to me. Those are the things that I deserve love, that I am worthy of love. I am love expressed in this world, right here, right now, exactly as I am. So that is myself telling my Judge Judy that she's not bad, wrong, and something to get rid of. Right? She's a part of me. And when I can accept and love her for who she is, that's accepting and loving myself for who I am. Because as I judge someone, I'm actually judging myself. Because in our teaching, we believe that we are one with everything. So if we are one with that divine and everything, when I'm looking outward and judging somebody else, I'm also judging myself. So where do I let that go? How do I stop shrinking and judging and doing that? Right? And that takes work, that takes practice. And that's where our spiritual practice comes in. And there is that remembering too that Judge Judy, she wasn't bad, she was just protecting me. She was protecting me from, and she's been riding on that bus for a long time. And also my people pleasing. They're not my enemy. They are part of who I am. And you know, they've protected me. They've brought me to exactly where I am today, to be the person who I am right now. And I feel pretty good about myself these days. And it's taken work. It's taken time. Things don't always just happen right at the moment. And this is where I think the piece about our spiritual mind treatment comes into play. At the end of his days, Ernest Holmes is said to have hung out really in our first two steps. So if you're newer to Science of Mind, we have what we call our affirmative prayer or our spiritual mind treatment. And there's 5 parts to it. And the first part is all about that God is all, that love is all, that life is all there is, and everything is all connected. It is all one thing. And so as we remember that about ourselves and about the person that we're looking at, then that's when we can shift. And then the second part, though, is unifying with that. So it's knowing that God is all there is. God is good, God is love, but then it's also knowing that I am good, I am love expressed, I am. And those divine qualities are working in, through, and as me. So each day, I keep telling myself that I am one with that one. And when we hang out in those first 2 steps of treatment, you'll start to notice things change. Because what we focus on grows. Thank you. Somebody. It grows. So what we focus on grows. So when you thought this morning about your life, about what is it, are you open at the top? Maybe is there a place that you're not growing as much as you want to grow? Why don't you start working with that, using that in prayer treatment? See a practitioner. Liv's class is going to be a great place to explore this upcoming time. And also in the fall, Catherine and Audrey, or not Catherine, sorry, I think it is, sorry, just one moment, it is Cindy and Audrey are going to be teaching the foundations of science of mind. There's a brand new course out, it's 6 weeks. So if you want to dive deeper into teaching, into learning this teaching, and how do we use it in our everyday life? How are we demonstrating what we come and talk about here on a Sunday? You know, I know this week I used my spiritual mind treatment a few times to get me through and to work through things. And we did end up having just a fabulous week. So, as we talk about affirmative prayer, it's also remembering that when we're doing our prayer work, it's not asking for a favor or begging or beseeching. It's claiming and knowing the truth of who we are. So I know that there is one mind, and that one mind is my mind. So today I claim my good. I claim it and know it. As I know it for myself, I know it for each of you. And then I am so grateful and thankful. That's step 4. And step 5 is releasing it to the law of mind, that law of mind that always works, that always responds back to us. So this month, take time to breathe, to practice, and maybe sit on your bus and see who is there. You know, all the parts of you, all your passengers riding along, whether you've looked at them before or not, make a list. And then I encourage you, as you make that list, when you feel ready, or if something rises up, maybe to pretend you're on that bus and sit beside them and have a conversation and ask them, what is it that they need? What is it that they're looking for? Because that's the peace. That's the piece, is finding out why they're there. And, you know, there's so many books about this. Michelle Wadley writes a book on shadow work. Debbie Ford does the shadow work. Right now I'm also reading another book by Dr. Nicole LaPera, who talks about uncovering some of our trauma bonds from when we were young. I put it in the monthly newsletter, and I'm reading that this month, so if anybody wants to jump in with me, let me know, and we can have some discussion about it. But that's the piece. It's to keep doing our work. Because the only one that can change anything for ourselves is it's us. We have to do our inner work, and that's what we're here to do our inner work. And Diane's beautiful meditation this morning. I mean, I almost felt like I didn't have to do the talk after that meditation, because she said everything in there through the words of Paul Ferrini that is so true. It's loving ourselves unconditionally. Loving ourselves and working and doing our inner work. Because when I do my inner work, my whole world shifts. When I remember the truth of who I am, I can look at each one of you and know the truth of each one of you. So it starts here. It always starts here. So this month, this week, take time, sit on your bus, see who's there with you, and then just ask that one question of whether it's, I have an anxious Ally, whether you have what other one I have? Oh, I have an angry Annie. Oh yeah, there's angry Annie. You know, there's all the different, there's sarcastic Sally. She's a good one. She's a good one. But it's you know, sit and ask them, what are you afraid of? What do you actually want? What do you need? And you may not get the answers right away. I didn't get mine right away on the boat. It took a little bit of time. But I did get it. And then that's that part that stays with me. And, you know, if it takes you a little bit of time, don't worry. Just keep at it, because each step is a step forward. Even if it's just that small, it doesn't matter. It's just doing the work. So, I think with that, let's go into prayer. As I take this moment and know there is one life, that life is God's life. That life is my life right here, right now. I know that I am whole, perfect and complete. All parts of me. There are no bad parts. It is all God. Every part of me, even the ones I have judged, hidden, are God. And that is the thing that I know, that I am an expression of that divine essence. I know I am love expressed in this world. So today, as I speak my word, knowing this truth that life is flowing in, through, and as me, I know that it lives, flows, and through each person here. That each one of us are love expressed in this world. So today I claim for all of us the joy, the awe of life. It is ever unfolding in every moment. I am so grateful for knowing this truth, for walking this path, of taking this time to do this inner work as it shifts my life, as I know that each one of you will shift your own life in a way that works for you. So I'm so grateful. I let these words flow into that law of mine, knowing right action is already done. I let it be, I let it go, and I ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. And I'll turn it over to Michael and Tianan.
Alrighty. We have a new one. Well, we're gonna liven it up a little bit. This is the most country song we've ever written. It's unlike anything we've ever written before. Actually, Michael came up with the concept for this song. He's come home multiple times and been like, you know, I saw this homeless guy on the street, or like I've seen people in this world who are struggling, and you know, a lot of people like don't do anything about it, or it's easy to pass judgment. And he goes, that would be a cool song to write about. So we started writing it, and it kind of formed, the way that we started writing it is kind of from the perspective of a person that's just kind of in a cafe and is kind of people watching, maybe passing judgment or hoping for things to change, wishing that life was different. But at the end of the song, or at the end of the day, they just get up and go on with their life and don't really do anything about it. And I think that's the reality for a lot of people. I think everybody is guilty of that at some point, of hoping things would change but not really doing anything about it. And so that's kind of what inspired this song, I guess. It came from his brain. so yeah. Watching all the people shuffle around, what's going through their heads, think about what's next. Cup of coffee gotta cool down, wonder if they have one today in this very cafe. difference, need to rearrange, but your hands remain unstained. Chairs on top of every table, packing up, it's time, turn off the light. Walking out, gotta turn the key. Same road home, see the ones who broke. The one down the street is selling, the world could use some mending, but you just keep walking on.
Or, Instagram?
Not
Spotify.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet?
Those are still in works.
They're
We're still
in
recording
works?
them. Yeah.
Okay,
So
but
guys
you
got
are
the sneak
on
peek.
Spotify, though,
We
right?
are, yes.
Okay.
Our older songs are
Your
on
older
Spotify.
songs, but they're coming up.
They're
All right.
coming, they're coming.
They're coming soon, yay. But thank you so much. What a beautiful, and just even before the talk today, we were talking about checking in with our friends, checking in with people, because we don't know what they're going through or where they are. And I was just watching a short on YouTube about these two young men running every day, and how they kept asking each other, the one how he was, and he always seemed really down, and then the other one was always really happy and cheery, and he's like, oh, yeah, isn't this a great day, isn't this the best, and look at the beach, and every day they would talk, and then at the end you always think it's going to be the one who was always down, because I kind of knew where this was going, but it surprised me, because at the end of the day, the last scene was the young man who was always happy was the young man that wasn't there anymore. That's still, thinking about it is giving me God bumps all the way down to my toes. I tell you, I can feel it everywhere. So keep checking in with our friends and family and people, because we don't know where they are. So thank you for reminding us of that. That's so good. That's a whole other talk. But it's been such a wonderful morning so far. We've had some people I haven't seen for a while, so good to see everybody here today on this long weekend. But we're just going to take a moment now and just pause. And then if you feel comfortable, maybe gently close your eyes or a soft gaze and think about all of who you are right now walking in here today. The shining parts of you, or maybe the parts you'd rather not name out loud. But all of it is welcome here. All of it is whole. So this community held space for that today, for every part of you, not just the polished one. And that's a gift that I know I've received today, and I'm hoping you have as well. So as we give this offering, if you hold to your heart whatever it is gift that you would like to give to this community today, just know, whatever it is for you, just be in that place of receiving and giving, in that place of the law of circulation. Because what we give comes back to us. And if you are comfortable, and our online people, if you'd like to unmute and join us in our affirmation, and repeat after me. Divine love flows through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have,
blesses and multiplies all that I have,
all that I give,
all that I give,
and all that I receive.
and all that I receive.
And so it is. So we'll have Sandy, I think, is going to be passing our baskets. It's our time. And I think Tiana and Michael are going to do a song. And also online, Catherine will put in ways that you can make, they can receive your gifts online as well. Joy note too. There's
Alrighty.
joy notes there. Sorry about that.
No,
Thanks.
you're good. If love is why I'm here, let me be an open channel. If love is why I'm here, let me give and then receive. If love is why I'm here, let me be an open channel. If love is why I'm here, let me give and then receive. Give and receive. Give and receive. If love is why we're here, let us be an open channel. If love is why we're here, let us give and then receive. If love is why we're here, let us be an open channel. If love is why we're here, let us give and then receive. If love is why you're here, may you be an open channel. If love is why you're here, may you be an open channel.
Thank you. Wow, what a treat having these two with us today. They're so fabulous. Thank you, Diane. So in case you didn't pull a joy note, and for our people online, it's one I picked today, I think is good. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. So forgiving ourselves for any of those judgments that I've had. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Caught that. Whew. Sure, back in there. So I just take a moment to bless these gifts and know with great gratitude that these gifts that have been given are multiplied and returned and used for the highest good of all, and that they are returned to the giver magnified and multiplied all through their life and love, and knowing that everything is all good at all the time. I let it be, I let it go, and ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. So it is. So you've met both of our practitioners that are here today in person, Diane and Georgia. They're our spiritual practitioners, and we have Catherine online. And their joy is to do prayer with you. So if you are wanting a safe place, a sacred place of connection, and where someone is really present to listen to what is on your heart, it's a place to be heard. And if you also wish to have a prayer, they're honored to do this with you. So this can happen after service today, or in person and online, or you may wish to go to our website and submit a prayer request. We also have a prayer box in the back. So if you wish to go deeper, our practitioners are also available for sessions, both in person and online. So, if you're here with us today, I want to say thank you for taking this time out of a long weekend to join with us. It's so great to see all the smiling faces, and thank you everyone on Zoom for joining us today. It's just, this community means so much to me, and I know that we are here for each one of you. And with that, why don't we stand for our closing affirmation? And let everybody get down to Seafest. So repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening in me right now.
Something wonderful is happening in me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called love.
It's this thing called love.
It's this thing called wholeness.
It's this thing called wholeness.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I express it.
I express it.
I am it.
I am it.
And so it is. And we'll close off with our closing song. Thanks.
I release and I let go.